You're listening to 90.3 KEXP Audio Oasis, the Northwest Music Show. My name is Sharlese. I'm your host, and it's now time for live music by Shy Girls on KEXP.
Am I worthy to be your only? I've been lonely when you're around. Are you asking for me to tell you what to be? 'Cause you like the pain too. When it hurts I see you bloom. It's the pain that comes through. It's the only thing we do to keep this blood on our wound. 'Cause you like the pain too. Baby, you like the pain too. If you're honest, is it harder? Are you bound up by lock and key? Are you asking for me to tell you what to be? Yeah, 'cause you like the pain too. When it hurts I see you bloom. It's the pain that comes through. It's the only thing we do to keep this blood on our wound. Yeah, you like the pain too. Ooh, you like the pain too. Is there something you've been missing? I know you need more than I can give. Are you asking for me to tell you what to be?
You're listening to live music by Shy Girls on KEXP.
I feel it when you turn away. When the pulse starts to flatline, that's when I remember. And I feel it when I don't want to. But I can't find another way to sleep at night. That's why I love. That's why I love. That's why I love. That's why I love. You are not me. You are not part of my I am also not myself most of the time anyway. And I wish well, I always try to wish well. Ooh, but I'd rather be foolish than on my own. Oh, that's why I love. Ooh, that's why I love. Ooh, that's why I love. That's why I love. The forest's on fire and the sinks are dry. The forest's on fire and the sinks are dry. I need an illusion just so I can sleep. I need an illusion just so I can sleep. I need an illusion. That's why I love. Ooh, that's why I love. Ooh, that's why I love. That's why I love. Ooh, that's why I love. That's why I love. That's why I love. That's why I love. That's why I love.
You're listening to live music by Shy Girls here on Audio Oasis on KEXP. You just heard Say You Will and You Like the Pain Too, all from the new album Salt. And I cannot believe that Salt is your debut album.
I know.
It's just crazy to me because I feel like I've been listening to Shy Girls for so long, and
It's been like 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 years since the Timeshare
Yeah.
EP came out too.
I think so.
Yeah.
I know. I forget it's been that long.
Well, yeah, 4 years is a long time. That's a presidency.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I mean, that's what everyone's been saying lately. But one of my questions is, I'm just racking my brain because I can't remember, but I remember writing you fan mail and telling you that I really liked your music, but you weren't Shy Girls yet. You were.
Yes, I remember this.
What was
I
this?
was Federer.
Yeah, I
This
was
was
trying to remember.
Probably 2011.
Yeah.
And you wrote me an email maybe.
Yeah.
And I remember
do that.
And you're probably one of the first people, honestly, to ever reach out to me about my music outside of Portland.
That's cool.
Which was really cool.
Yeah.
So I do remember that. And that was a totally different project. That was sort of 2011 was this year where I was doing a bunch of different things. I was writing all different kinds of music and releasing them under different pseudonyms. Mm-hmm. And Federer was something, it was like smooth, sort of more 80s, more like almost Michael McDonald inspired vocals with a lot more sax involved. Noah over here was actually in the only ever live performance of Federer.
Where was the only ever
It was
live
at Valentine's
performance?
in Portland.
Yeah.
And there's probably some video of it somewhere. There's probably about 10 people there. And then, I made an EP under Federer, and I made cassette tapes, and I think we got 50 made, and I think I still have 48 of them. So.
Well, I need one.
I will
So
find
now you only
one.
have 47. So how did you decide on developing Shy Girls and moving along with this project?
Well, in that same year, I was doing a lot of, like I said, releasing different songs under different pseudonyms and just sending stuff to friends, because music was always just a hobby and it was a passion of mine, and it was never anything that, it was never a career for me until somewhat recently. And so I started to send stuff around to friends, and that started to sort of circulate a little bit, and I got asked to play some shows. And then just like the power of the internet, especially in 2011, where I felt like, the blogs and all of that was like probably a bigger deal than it is now. And stuff started to just kind of circulate. And at the time I was trying to go to physician assistant school to, be a medical professional.
Mm-hmm.
And all this stuff, started to circulate, and we started to play shows and started to go really well. So I ended up deferring a year on that, and then deciding that music was what I wanted to do, and that I was helping just as many people, hopefully, with music as I would have as a PA.
Yeah, well, you can always go back to it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so I also read right before the Timeshare EP, you were working full time,
Mm-hmm.
and then now you're just a working musician. Just doing
Yes.
this.
Yeah, I've been super, lucky to be able to do this for the last few years as a full-time thing. And it's nice to be able to devote 100% of myself to it.
Yeah. That sounds wonderful.
Sometimes I miss the old days of having a day job and having that steady income, not having to live paycheck to paycheck or worry about things. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's just a blessing to be able to do music full-time.
So I know you from Portland, but you moved to LA. How long ago?
About a year ago.
How's that been? What's that like?
It's been interesting. It's a lot different than Portland. I like it though. I'm slowly warming up to it. There's so much opportunity down there, and there's so many talented people. And I was down there so often anyways, just, with studio time, or, I have friends that are down there, and it felt like, why not try out, living down there. But it's also such a short flight back to Portland that I'm up in Portland like once a month anyways. So
That's cool.
yeah,
And so you still have your
kind
support
of got
network.
one foot in each city a little bit.
Yeah. And you still have your support network in Portland, because I feel like
Exactly.
Portland is kind of a second home even here to Seattle musicians.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's cool. So Salt was just released, and you released it 3 days early.
Yes.
That's really nice. Was
Yes,
that
a
your
little
decision?
gift. Yes.
Yeah. I know that some record labels and, promotion places are very tight on releasing schedules. So I was
Yeah.
wondering
My
what the story
label
was behind that.
My label was awesome and totally understanding, and very, they were all about it.
So with 4 years in between the EP and the LP, were you just anxious to get it out?
I was anxious to get it out. It had been done for a while.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Sometimes people don't realize you finish an album and then you have to wait, and that's so frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
It had been done for a while. And then, of course, there was a bit of an unfortunate inauguration happening on the original release date. So I guess I also decided that I didn't want to be promoting my album on that day. I didn't want people to have to think about something else. It was, a terrifying and sad day for a lot of reasons and for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that the focus should be elsewhere during that time.
Yeah. Well, I've gotten in a couple of listens, and it's very nice.
Thank you.
It is a start to finish album. I highly recommend listening to it that way. And I was reading about it, and you talk a lot, like just, in just about the album, about death and decay and honesty. And those are your thoughts on, how you developed the album.
Mm-hmm.
And you also talk about salt And I wanted you to go into that.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the album for me, the themes, like you said, are decay and sort of growing old. Like I'm almost 30, and a lot
I'm
of
older than you.
What was that?
I'm older than you.
Oh no, you look younger than me though. A lot of the themes on the album are about getting older and dealing with sort of things starting to go away, and sort of I talked about these tiny deaths of things starting to disappear, or places or people or friendships or whatever it is. And the album artwork, the cover, sort of illustrates that, I think, to me, which is just this slow block of ice that's slowly melting and dissipating. And, the idea for the name Salt sort of came along with that, which was this giant block of ice. And there's sort of, in my head, the salt is kind of eating away at it and melting away at it gradually. But then also just the idea of finding the salt in your life, despite all of the tragedy and death and all of that.
Yeah. Just a side note. Mm-hmm. I used to use salt to kill slugs when I was younger.
You're terrible.
Well,
you kill slugs?
I did.
How old were you?
Maybe 7.
Okay. Shame on you.
Shame on me.
I don't know if I ever did that, but I also did some terrible things to bugs when I was 7. So you're forgiven.
Maybe like use a magnifying glass with sun.
Yeah, I probably did that at one point.
Yeah.
I won't admit it on air, though.
You already did. Well, I just never thought about salt in the way that you had been talking about it, and I liked it because, I don't know, I also like salt as a mineral as well. I think it's a very healthy thing, and so just you like talking about these very honest feelings, I liked how it's all come together with this
Thank you.
piece of work. But I also want to say that you talk about, like you're getting older and things are going away, but you have this accomplishment. You have this album, your very first debut album. You should be really proud of that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And we should hear more music from it.
Okay.
Shy Girls on Audio Oasis on KEXP.
wasting my time, trivial motion. Trivial motion, trivial motion, wasting my time with trivial motion. I'm not a Romeo, my fire is spent. I've been to ruin, to move with intent. Material love, is that what I need to feel at peace within? Quit all this acting out on trivial motion, trivial motion. Throwing my way through trivial motion. Trivial motion, trivial motion, wasting my time with trivial motion. Am I looking for something to hold? Too much, too fast to go. Am I speaking the words I don't even know? Yeah. Too much, too fast, and I lose control. Trivial motion, trivial motion, throwing my way through trivial motion. Trivial motion, wasting my time with trivial motion. Am I looking for something to hold? Too much, too fast, and I go. Am I speaking the words I don't even know? Too much, too fast, and I lose control. Am I looking for something to hold? Too much, too fast, and I go. Am I speaking the words I don't even know? Too much, too fast, and I lose control. Am I looking for something to hold? Too much, too fast, and I lose control.
You're listening to live music by Shy Girls on KEXP. You just heard Trivial Motion and What If I Can. Both of those are from the new album, Salt. Did you record Salt anywhere special?
Mostly in my home studio, in my apartment, in my bedroom, again.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Maybe that's your most comfortable spot.
I think it is. Yeah.
Did you do anything different with this album than you did with Timeshare? Any things that you experimented with or anything?
Yeah. Well, there was Timeshare. There was a lot of guitar in it, but there wasn't a lot of other acoustic instruments. And on this album, there's a lot of piano. There's a lot more guitar. There's distorted guitar. There's strings. All kinds of stuff. And also, I experimented a little bit with going into, a more live studio environment and doing drums and stuff like that live. There's a lot of live crash cymbal on there.
Cool.
Stuff like that.
And you played a lot of the instruments on the album.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did the drums and guitar and all that stuff, and then Aquila over here did most of the piano on the album.
It's nice.
And then Noah over here did all the winds on What If I Can, the flute and sax, and I don't know what else he put on there. He sent me a bunch of files, and it was crazy, and I was like, this is great.
Sounds good. Yeah, it's really good. And so you have an upcoming tour, 7 Lucky Cities.
Yes.
What are you looking forward to most?
Am I supposed to say Seattle? No. I think Portland is always special for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going back to your hometown.
is home. And that's always a special show. There's always friends and family and all of that.
The next question is, do you have any upcoming music videos for this album?
I'm working on it, but nothing quite finished yet.
Cool. Yeah. Well, we look forward to seeing it. Thank you all so much for coming on the show today. It was
Thanks
really
for
nice.
having us.
You just heard live music by Shy Girls here on Audio Oasis 90.3 KEXP Seattle.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.